Good morning, folks. It's 8:11 a.m. on the ninth day, 5th month, 2024. Having a peek here at some of the storms that are rolling in from out to sea that have been generated by EMF. I was having a look at, like I've been saying, when I see constant totals like I'm seeing here in a certain any section of the country, on the 10th, uh, I know that they're coming for something. There's something on the agenda, something in their master plan of the pluminazis that are spraying up our skies. And it turns out I'm right. They want ports for cruise ships along this coastline to turn this into a tourist area. Bateman's Bay is they want a new bridge that has been approved a long time ago, as well as new ports and the infrastructure that comes with it. Like what I'm showing you here was a potential outer harbor development potential, and any of these ones like here is marked, and these roadways are marked, and these neighborhoods are marked for modernizing, for making this port more viable along these streets, these roadways. And some of this might be your neighborhood. I don't know. Here along Darcy Road, the real estate might become very valuable as they want cruise ships and stuff to come in. Deep water ports are quite valuable. They are. It's big business. And of course, all the human trafficking that goes with it. It becomes an issue to me for sure to think about. So, you're going to have to go through and look for your master plans. These master plans, like for this here, says a 40-year master plan. So I'll pop you a link to this. I see you got some homework to do. When I say I smell a rat, I guarantee you there'll be a rat showing somewhere. And the rat is always following its money, because money is the rat's cheese, isn't it? So here's your master plan there. And the weather that's going to result from it over the next 10 days is no pleasant thing for these people to experience, and its total is still too low. You can expect sometime tomorrow afternoon the totals will become more accurate, because this event is going to be a multi-day event. Many days of rain, 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 rain. But when you got planes flying over you, like what's going on today over us is absolutely criminal here in Northern Rivers. And I'll go over here and have a peek at some of the pictures that we posted on my account that this one is going live from. That other account is near gone in my mind, because when I travel, it's only my computer that accesses it, and I'm not always on my computer. Heck, I even left yesterday. I had my phone left at home base. And it was very weird as I'm looking over here with us and the terrible deployments we had coming over us, and we get some great shots of this huge mass of chem that's absolutely polluted and toxified our day over here. Look at this doo-doo in the sky that they're not able to disguise. I can go a little bit further. No, that's 150. Look at this mass of crap. Look at this skyria over Northern Rivers here. Look at it. Confront this. It's very real thing that's going on. When I go over here to my wall, I'll show you a skyria. It happened right here. Stoker siding here in Northern Rivers, as they turn it around, get a lot of skyria. But look at this big straight line here. Great big old straight line of EMF that came through. And you'll pick up a ripple. I'll show it to you when it's coming up, because I had to walk around where I'm at. Get the EMF over Stoker siding here in Northern Rivers, as they turn it around, get a lot of skyria here deployed over the top, these chem bombs here. Right, you can see the emanation point right here is streamering out. And this is just boom, boom, plumes. Some kind of catalyst got deployed into the microwaves. Evenly spaced nucleating condensates. Big old fried eddy sky. As I look back and I look at the pattern itself over here, you can just see the ripples are going in a curve as they're hemming the chem, pushing this mass together. So I zoom in right here. See these curves here? It's different than the interference pattern from that. And this collides the kind of seats. And as I looked in on this, and I have some other shots of this we'll look at a little later, and coming through here. I don't expect a short show. I don't really do a news summary where I have it all written down. You know, I will determine with what I see with my eyes at the moment, looking at the cam, as it determines, like boom, 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 boom. That's the center point one. See the V's all pointing at that right there, where the figure, the fickle figure of fate. And that just points out things that cause the truth decay. And truth decay is a terrible thing in mind. And well, fluoride causes truth decay, that's for sure. Ooh, see what I did there? So yeah, you could see that curve pattern very plainly here in one deck of the clouds, and it actually went under this, forcing this up, this mass into another mass, which is going to make our conditions a bit volatile here later in the day.
Quite well.
I also know there's a harmonizer running here, blowing out a hole in the sky behind us.
It's in a V like this, and so there's a glitch going on, right? The glitch of the east is riding hard, getting fried.
Again, that straight line clouds here, and the scalar square of energy is very evident in the clouds themselves, and it was taken at about that time here. It hasn't been that long, but we can see the square. We see the straight line here. We see the count bombs that made it being deployed here. Boom. Big mass of crap hits the microwaves from Grafton. And it is Grafton. One of the dumbasses left it in. I had it up a little earlier just to give it a quick look. I'm trying to expect accurate data from people that are hiding the fact that they are modifying the weather right now. Not just proposing it, it's going on. See, there's no determinable data here. That's not living up to their charter, is it? The charter of the BOM to provide accuracy. I see a swirl beam going on here at Willis Island. I see Mount Ice is frying away. Got a half load going here, so the slide corridor can come through here with the moisture from the tropics. See that pulse wave here? You also had a big pulse wave go across the entire world, and it was more than one shot. And Hawaii is definitely involved in the big beaming event that's ongoing now. I picked that up when I was looking at Western Australia over here, and they were simulating a mountain range off the coast. Right, there's no other way this could have stayed formed in a straight line here without EMF waves. I was like, what is going on here? What is cleared out the path? Why is that standing waveform right here? See the straight line? So I know that there's a pulse. So I go, okay, I have a look. Sure enough, there she is. Big pulse. And up here over Hawaii, watch when I move this graph. Right, this is the first tickle of it. You could see a curve right over Hawaii or Pearl Harbor. So the possibility of that big SBX sea-based radar being involved in this. You see the pulse pattern here? It's very plain to me to see. I watch these things all the time, so I know it, before the grand censorship happens on the next frame where they get rid of their guilt, you can see the actual electrojet energization going on in our upper atmospheres. The magnetic effects from pole to pole go way out like a torus field like our body has in it. Toroid fields are a big part of energy movement, and directional flow of the toroid will determine positive and negative or creative and destructive forces of etheric natures. Ooh, we could talk aether, as when they're manipulating EMF, it's a multi-dimensional fabric, and you could get entities and stuff from other realms, if you will, showing up even in our cloud surfaces here on this planet. You're talking deep science there, but Duke University studies such things. And I'm a curious kind of guy, insatiably so. I see another big pulse here has gone over to affect the and pinning of this storm over here into to Bangladesh and Western Bengal, and over here through the areas of Calcutta and all that. So you guys got fried into existence. This is going to have an effect on polar moisture here and directing the flow across the Antarctica and up in towards Australia to fuel at the big time what's going to go on here in 11th and 12th. Okay, so just know it, because on the next frame, the grand hiders of the guilt, the providers of the data that's lying to you, that's creating statistics based on lies. See, next frame, it's going to become an indeterminable mess. What struck me is this one's off. See that there? How everything is nicely pointing towards the spot in Antarctica where this pulse here is doing a scoop with this pulse here that happened yesterday that I'm aware of. To gently scoop up and decide what layer of the atmosphere the cold air is going to arrive in, or as they might call a trough of cold air working through the atmosphere itself. But this pulse here going the wrong way is telling me that Antarctica has some, I mean, Hawaii has had something big to do with this beaming event. Come on. So I'm going to now turn this off. I've gone through that part of it. Bzz, we got fried. You're getting fried, and they simulated like a mountain ridge, or making a trough itself, because the waveforms are curving like this and going outward towards you and making that same shape, and it's infinitely variable. In other words, they can turn little hairs to get where and what effect they want, and whatever layer of the atmosphere they want, playing whatever signal and frequency they want, and levitating droplets when they want, and they don't own us whenever they want. No, 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 no more, no more. So we'll be having to like close the door on our ark. So here's who's fucked. I mean, absolutely fucked. These neighborhoods in here are absolutely fucked. You got about a good 24 hours to get your house in order, because the roads are going to become bad behind you that you're going to go into. This river is going to run wide, and so you're going to have problems. Let's see who needs some extra freedom here. Let's see if we can spot something that's going to help the part. Where do they want their refinery? Oh yeah, when you see ports, you start hearing them talking about your minerals and your stuff. I think, okay, where are they going to rape the land? Yeah, this is a key junction here. So watch yourselves. I say you're well fucked along this snaking, winding river, especially where it's going to burst its banks down towards here. Elevation's telling me so. So if you live in this neighborhood over here, yeah, you might want to move your stuff, right? You might want to move your stuff over here to the Black Flat Road. Yeah, it's old Black Road. It's all flat. Don't look very flat. Let's see what we got going on the River Road. Yeah, you guys are fucked. Absolutely fucked. Yeah, Marine Park, fucked. Okay, so along this area here, in this gash between the mountains, you are absolutely fucked. We got a side creek running over here that could cause some problems where they meet over around here. So if you're at the the Cockwy Creek, Wycock, that's what I was born with. You don't ever ask that question. Why cock soup? Because you already ate the chicken. Alright, so we'll wait for some of this to load now. I'm going to turn off the master plan here. This is horrendous, some of the stuff they want on here. Look, look, look. Look, 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 look. With government support, with a bayonet in the ass. Here you go. Here comes these hydrogen products where they want new dams and they want new lakes. They want to separate it all. Look at this crap they already got lined up. They want more. More's your house over here. You're fucked. You're going to get some freedom. Wonder what this mill plant is and how they're going to put that out of business. Roll all this. Oh no, insurance will pay for the new one. They take the roof right off there. One real good cyclone should do that. But it's nothing on the cards for that right now. Your water's coming from the west. That's the worst kind of floods there are. So it looks like it's a cement. Well, you gotta have cement in your report, build things. What the future holds. Or you gotta read these things. Longer periods of higher and low yields. Volatile volumes of agriculture commodities. In other words, they cam-bombed your future away. They sold you fucking out. They're swallowing the streams and killing the dreams. You got some homework to do. So I'll close a couple of those off because they become annoying. Look at that big scalar square here. Look at all the bombs going off over the top of these poor folks. They're breathing this, all that fallout. Achoo, achoo is you. Achoo are you. Achoo, choo, 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 boom, boom, a plummet. Ooh, look at that skyria. Skyria. That one went the wrong way. Look. Goes this way. Everything should be flowing inland here. Why is it doing that? Because it's being self-propelled there, SpongeBob. It's droning on and on and on about the geoengineering in our skies. You can't disguise their lies in the sky. You can't disguise it from my eyes. I can see here they're getting fried, getting fried, getting fried. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Small perturbations there, look. See them here coming along? That could even be being done with the radar on the device that's up there. The big gondola up there you can't see because it's far away. This fires its low downwards. You see these lines here? That's EMF. So the small nucleations being done here are in the sky being done. See here. Skyria, Skyria, all over all of us. Boom, boom. Look at this crap here. You could make a swastika out of that. And there's like a center dot. How much more do you need to see? Circle gets the square. You know, SpongeBob, they're playing it like war game tic-tac-toe over us, and they're the only ones moving to pieces. Are we going to say no more, no more? We're not the system's horse. Stand up, this back. The storm on our back. See how they made this with bombs, and then this came over at a straight line, and it actually will have a viscosity to it that'll bump into that, similar to when you get a truck that comes up close behind you to give you a little push. Well, they're pushing it together. They're pushing it out, pushing and making it smell. They're pushing and they're pushing and they're making life howl, right? I'm going the distance. I ride my own steed. Even if I'm alone going across this land in need. Because they're raping, we're scraping, we're trying to get by. They're raping and they're scraping. They won't even let us get high. Free to weed. Change the life. Hashtag expose the 28. Hashtag save my Brumby horses. How many hashtags in this world do we need before we look at the world that it's just a great big tic-tac-toe? Oh no, oh no, oh no, I won't be Curly and Moe. A bunch of stooges running around. If life was a circus, would you have walked out the big tent by now? I would have. Well, they offer you Jimbo's Jumbos and you get Jimbo's, you get to clean up after the elephant. Okay, your turn. Now you can see the circus from behind the actual elephant in the room that only you see. Expected us to clean it up with the biggest shit shovel we ever had to make. Look at this big pulse pattern here now. Around here, similar to what I showed you earlier. The big bomb, 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 bombed again. Why is it raining in Harvey Bay? Because they want a new casino. $500 million is why. Master plans. Look up your master plans if you want to see why are they doing this. Why? Who's fucked? You are. All of you are. This entire country is fucked unless you take the pen out of the corporate hand that's selling you down the river and with your own body floating in it. The 4,000 plus people killed in the northern rivers, only reported as 100, is a tear stain upon the land and the memory of all those people. How dare they do that? I will never forget. I am my own legion. And while sometimes people atone under the stone, as the graveyards are filling up and it takes longer and longer to buy the gravestone. But you know, they get more bang for the buck cutting the children's stones these days, and I'll tell you what, I'm so tired of them saying save our children while I'm watching them killing them on their Saturdays and Sunday afternoons when they're out playing or poison in the sky, when they're out there on the playground today, in the schools and halls of learning how to control themselves and be not the individual they were born to be. With your family values being told you don't matter. If you ask me if a male and a female is the only sexes there are, you got a penis or a vagina or one of each, and then you could choose. Other than that, that is all. They're not redefining that. Watching doctors goes, when they're asked a question because they're worried they're going to get run out of town for telling the truth. We are all Julian Assange right now. We're all Assangeable. And Trump never pardoned Assange. Trump don't want the truth either. Give Kennedy a chance. My gosh, you people are so blindsided out here. You don't even want to admit that these boom, boom, booms in the sky are real. And that what's coming is real. And how badly fucked. You all are fucked. Who's fucked? All y'all are fucked. You're all fucked. Face that. Now, you're going to unfuck your own fucking, or you're going to take the fucking? And all the fuckery that goes with the unfucking must occur as they're planning 40 years. And you're not in that 40 years, some of y'all. Looks like they need a new bridge. So when this gets knocked off with an ill-timed tanker, we'll understand that they're master plan. They're master baiters here, planning their activation strategy. And activate. That sounds like a sleeper cell. That sounds like a coup. Okay, so now I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to look through I said I would do a Who's Fuck show. Yes, this is my real account. This is the one. And he accept no substitutes. I've proven to Facebook who I am and all that. So we're going to have a look now at some of the pictures and who is the first one up. Wait a minute, we're going to go with the not most relevant. They don't tell me what's most relevant. I decide what the fuck is relevant. Who the hell are you, Zuckerberg? If it was much relevant, we would just see a whole bunch of debauchery going on. Have time looking like a robot walking around. Well, let's see where the first person on always gets shown. Okay, so we will have a view of you. You can see that pulse pattern that was there on the side of this screen here. Right over even this here, you see the V shapes all pointing at a darker object, and all these lines here are all pointing at a center spot. We've got to figure out a way to photograph what's hidden behind these temperature wise or something to find out what the craft is that's now it's got itself hidden inside clouds itself, whether they're powders, whether it's smoke, or whether it is water vapor that's clean enough to drink. We're not allowed to determine it. It's a question we all deserve an honest answer. And these birds in the background are pleasant to hear, so I'll shut up now. What a shame. All whited out sky. Big Friar Tower right there. Friar fucked. Old G, new G, repeater horns, receivers, RF antennas, ion generators at the top. That's part of the Gwen network. Other receivers here for other signals, in case you was wondering what's on this tower. All right, well, thank you very much, Connie Lee. I didn't even say your name was Connie Lingus. Okay, better late than never. That's right. You might get your show. Trish Sanders is showing the typical microwave popcorn look to the sky, so I'll do what I do. And we'll just pull this up a bit bigger for you there, Trish. Yeah, and go over some of your pictures here. And we have it a look. First thing I see is a big scalar square where that clouds is different than that. Different color, different dividing line. There's a big field of bombs that have been let off into the distance here where you see the Schwab sticker look. See all the bombs here as well. If you look right in here at the center, you see a dot and all the lines pointing at it. There's got to be a way to take a picture of what's firing down. I feel it's an upper level balloon or a drone platform carrying something similar to what was mounted on a barge during a Sydney firework display, and it's firing down. You could put suppressors on to muffle noise. So I guess somebody did mention that to me, and that was viable. I was also told yesterday that HARP has actually been declared like a weapon in the EU Parliament in 1998. It's been going on a long time, so that was a good correction that happened in a nice way. I love when people show me what they've got. So I learned something really nice yesterday from somebody in UK. So it was a good day. Got the hall booked. Yeah, Koha means you could support the event or not. the past donations to me in hand as I went around Australia the last 4 months has allowed me to pay for the haul. So come. A can of beans is cohort. Pat in the back saying, way to go, gay. That's good, cohort. I'll learn that concept. Cohort is untaxable. Yeah, it's not considered work, and I paid for the haul. So this is my party. I'll make you go if you act like a numbnut. And there's a few people in advance that acted very badly in UK. The last time I spoke there about 7 years ago will not be allowed to even attend. And I might even tell their names in advance because they've never grown up. They feel they have to control the truth by stomping down David Peace One Loves camera equipment. And I love that guy and his integrity because he always questions me. He never ever lets anything sit. The guy seeks truth, and I have great respect for that. So thank you for the pictures of a bow desert over there, the bow desert. Oh my! Somebody's got the fisheye lenses are hard for me to deal with because they are unless this isn't. No, my gosh, no, that's not a fisheye. I stand corrected. Wow, look at the fucking. That's what you seen in Operation Popeye. That's what I seen before people started dying in 2016. This is exactly that. Oh my God, dude, that's get out. Don't even be breathing that shit in. That's the sickness mix. Look at this. I don't even where to start pointing at this. I can't. All I can do now is do some little homework for you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. That look, and people died. People was dead. So no, that's the wrong one. We're not going back to mimic. Just don't do short shows. So, because I never know what I'm gonna show. I got time to kill. I'm trying to get in touch with Rod and Rach. I thought I would invite them. That is not the right one. Hang on a minute. I don't like that one. Where did I grab it? Oh no. No, I'm not having this one. Hang on a minute. I gotta grab a different bookmark. You're gonna watch me negotiate. Here, let's go to this one. You'll notice this comes up different, but I don't like crushing Facebooks while I'm live on one. Okay, give me a moment here. Get yourself coffee. I'm going to show you 2016 what I'm talking about. It happened in October. No, I want that here. So we'll go in the Wayback Machine to a day that changed my life. A day that I decided I can't just sit in a room by myself and show you guys what's going on. You guys being killed and not come and tell you. Okay, so it was October 24th. I'm on the wrong side of the world. Hang on. You got to know how worldview works. Here we go. On this day, 24th of October, I seen this exact look, my friend, and I mean exact. And then people started dying. This is a toxic air. When you see that look right here, as you see in the sky, and I took this image here, and this is that image. This is toxic here. This is a scattering of filth. This is criminal. This is evidence of a chemical attack over the peaceful populace of Australia that were underneath. This is the sickness mix. My gosh, it breaks my heart to see that. Absolutely does. This is absolutely horrendous. And that was that day. And it streamed all over the country. By the next day, the plume was inland and still headed toward the cities. They did what I call the 3-day and out. And they did this across the world. So they must have been studying the release and dispersal of this type of material. And its effect was terrible malaise and death. And then they said something happened called thunderstorm asthma, which made me very angry because it was not the truth. Rainstorms well, you get the idea. You know, rainstorms are knocking pollen and dust out of the air and bringing it to the ground. It doesn't suddenly, after all, thousands and thousands of years start making people sick. We love the refreshing sweetness of the rain, but you see the deployments they did even that day, in and this was October 25th when they did this, and this is October 24th, 2016 when they did this, and I see the same thing in your pictures, my friend. They're killing us. I keep telling you that they're killing us. They want us dead, and this is proof why. So thank you very much, John, um, for over Woolen Bar last week. This occurred. Oh, you're really tempting me to go find it last week. My God, this is horrendous. I actually think I'm gonna take a moment. I wanna see that image. So let's do that again. Last week, Woolen Bar. I'll see. This is last week. Woolen Bar should be this side. Sorry if I'm moving around a lot. I want to see this. I'm not exactly sure where Woolen Bar is. Did I spell it wrong? I don't know. Woolen Bar. Bada bing, bada bang, bada bong. So just go look along. I'll just go look along here and see if we caught this. Let's see if we can catch this last week. Ooh, look at that. Bzzz, the fryer was in. What are you gonna do? Open up a beer cap or something? Like a bottle opener? This is passable today. Yes. Okay, we're zoomed in now. It would have been just for it whited everything out. I'm up to May 3rd. Boy, do they fried you guys. This is just a horrendousness. It's a never ending, relentless chemical attack upon all life of this planet. It's democide, death by the government. On a bunch of demons' heads, like all these V's pointing towards an object. Doesn't matter anymore. X marks the spot, motherfucker, and in the middle of it, you see one of these smiling clown-ass clown-making machine. Krusty the Clown, he's in the sky, he's messing with your mind. He tells you you need this, tells you you need this, and the stuff is out of their mind, blocking the sun to my planet. What the fuck are they thinking? Yep, what the fuck are they thinking? Who's fucked? We all are, unless we unfucked this shit. It was a fantastic shot there. I'm gonna move down to the last is. Though that was a very good one you had here, Carly. A lot of people probably can relate with this picture here. As you see chemtrail streamers, the X mark in the spot. This is obvious geoengineering blocking the sunlight. Your camera must have a squarish grid or rectangular grid by the shape of the sun pattern it's leaving. Digital cameras use a chip that's arranged a certain way, hexagonally, pentagonally, rectangular. It's almost never straight. I mean, round. As they haven't achieved that yet. It's just a series of small squares wired together that make a camera sensor. Let's see this. What we did was a combination. Yeah, nice that you had blue skies. It's always nice to see. I don't think that's a deep enough blue on your horizon here to point that out. This isn't a deep enough blue, so there's a bunch of crap in the atmosphere. As it smells like you walked into an ass sometimes when you go, who's the last picture? I thought, oh man, I'll never get mine in time. You just got yours in. This is a doctor. Though this is Drew and Jane Hodges' picture. They're getting theirs looked at by me today here. My very own opinion. You can see all the squares straight away. Oh gosh, that other one was horrendous. Look at this square. But then you look in, it's another square. It's the sickness mix. It's that same type deployment that gentleman just showed us a minute ago. Being hidden by another deck of clouds. This is, again, a deployment of sickness mix. This is not the kind of day I want to go outside. Bzzz, what are they doing? Making a quilt? How is the Earth supposed to cool off with a blanket of filth over it? How is it going to radiate its heat out into space at night? It's not gonna. Can't buy much. Boom, boom, boom. The center of something is nucleating different here. See it? The eye of providence is everywhere. Savoir faire is frying you up with the big board square saying assimilate, think like we do, or else, with a big Schwab sticker in the sky over here with bombs going on. It looks like a demon with spiked teeth eyeballing you. Don't you eyeball me, mayonnaise, the skyria god. Look at this. Isn't that disgusting? That is disgusting. That is disgusting. It's I'll just start swearing. It's bad enough seeing it going on today and seeing it like that. And that gentleman's picture there was horrendous. You know, we don't have the best totals coming up over here this weekend, but at least on the 10 days, I'm not seeing total inundation. I'm just seeing the constant wetness, the constant flow coming in towards the coast. So I'm going to run you where is it, the rains and stuff, so I can have a quick sip of something while I give you some banter. As you can see, I say the totals you'll be expecting to see over are finally going to start to show from that other event. You're in for the long wetness, man. All the pressure's got it locked. The creeper is just using like a gear. Its moisture is just being stripped off into this here and brought inland here. And into a tongue of cold air, or making an upper level trough. It's just changing where you move the sine wave of the big microwave devices, where there's miles and miles between the peaks and the troughs. Yeah, ultra low frequency. Yes, ULELF. There's all sorts of initials they use, but at the end of the day, it all spells the word wrong. And it's very wrong for us to play God. As you see how these oscillations between this and this causes a dip as this starts to lean towards this low. Here, it does a pull. Right, and this is going to collapse on it. That'll be eaten by, this one will be eaten by the top of this one, pinched off, and that's one of bears looking at. As it comes to shore, there's really no way for it to come in as a sustained storm. The high pressure will pinch that off like your buttocks shrimps a turd. Yeah, see the cheeks clenching? It's clenching, holding that skyria back. Yeah. Meanwhile, the entire southern coastline on the east coast here has been absolutely inundated in that. It's absolute smackaroo. So we'll run that. I'll turn some of the pressures off because, well, I've been telling for 10 years how to read that, and you guys ain't picked up on it yet. So really, learning and wanting to learn things are two different things. And well, if I keep handing you your homework, you're going to keep expecting it. And the bully takes your lunch money and still expects you to do his homework. Hey, Sydney's carpeted, trough is carpeted. That's so mild there over here in this trough here to the east of mild Dora as it's doing a spin around, indicative of a slow low. But it's in between two radars now. They can hold it. Wall behind it. Squeeze on and off the flow that comes through here. Whose radar is doing this? So, Tari and Tamworth will own the day on that storm, and Grafton will make the corridor here to make the flow stop right here to the north, like Caboolture and all that up there. That's just how that's going to work as we head in through Saturday. Rainy days in the park, rainy days, rainy days. You were going to have a protest, but you haven't protested geoengineering hard enough. And well, more power to you. Sydney's getting rocked at there. Boy, is that going to be some heavy falls coming down the mountains, Penrith and all along the Blue Mountains there. Oh my. Be very careful on your travels between Saturday and Sunday on your way back from various niches. Yeah, you're going to see some slides along the roads as they definitely want. And wherever they want a new port, you're going to get railroad track going inland so that the slaves of other districts toil can make it to the glutches of the shipping moguls of the world. And we're the ones that got to go down the hill of moguls that they created, and then they blame us for making tracks in our mud. I'll tell you what, a muddy ass world in this city. That event is going on for days. You guys are Fubario. I gave you plenty of warning. And it's not over yet. Then you gotta just wetness, 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 wetness. It's never going to dry out. There we go. We got a couple afternoons of wetness is going away, and then I'm sorry again as we head towards Saturday, another weekend, another ending geoengineering monstrosity heads your way. As again, this will be worked down that way. So as we head toward the 23rd and 24th, you can expect all this to come right down through this corridor again, smacking tins. Yeah, so it's going to be quite interesting what's going on here coming up. As far as heavy totals for any of the other parts of Australia, it's a yeah, there are a couple areas of continued concern between this Innisfail, Alarish, and all that. This corridor here that seems to be endlessly targeted because they want new ports there too. So the ones that want new ports don't want you smoking new ports, but they'll take your land to have a new port because they tell you it's best for you. It will make you happier. If all the happiness was going into an oppressor in the area who doesn't let a single fucking crumb off of the table. Since they came up with the dust buster, they've been sucking even the crumbs off of their table. And there's nothing left for the little guy that made them the table, that made them their dinner, that made them their fortune, that buys the product, that continues to fund the people that are funding the demise of all life on my planet. Who's fucked? We all are. Unless we unfuck this shit and undo it quick. Big love. Stay safe. Peace.